Howdy howdy, anyone joining the stream today? I am going to be painting a Druid. So normally, this is what the model looks like with the elemental and everything. However, I have separated it so that way I can paint these two separately. I don't want any paint on the clear part. I definitely want the clear part to stay clear for now, so that way I can paint it a certain color here in a bit. But I have separated them. I'm going to clean up the feet real quick and make sure it all fits correctly, and then we'll go from there. I'm just going to use a simple nail file, and I'm just going to file down the feet a little bit today, just to make sure it's as flat as possible and it'll fit back into the mold line as best as it can. I also want to round out some of the toe here. You know, quality control is a little bit hard. Hey Jimmy, welcome, welcome, welcome. Quality control is a little hard, especially when you're making so many minis the way that the company does. So definitely don't want to have any messed up toes or anything here. I'm also going to take my pocket knife here and I'm going to be scraping the inside of this where you can see that the feet go. I'll be scraping that a little bit as well. So that way once I'm done painting the mini and everything, I can glue it back into place and it fit nice and neat in here. Because yeah, like I said, I definitely want to keep this as clean as possible inside. Alright, so I'm going to start off the same as always. I'm going to start with a handy dandy ash gray. You know, just like my elbows here. We're going to get this on my mini. As a joke, everybody, just by the way, I don't have ashy elbows. Well, at least I try not to, you know, try to moisturize. I moisturize my elbows the way I thin out my paint. Not that often. But today's going to be a fun stream. I won't be getting the entire mini done today, as this is going to be a gift. So I'm going to be taking my time on this mini and not trying to get it done in a 2-hour stream. So we'll be going little bits at a time. But today, I just want to go ahead and start by basing everything in a nice gray here. Let's get some moisture into my brush. It's been sitting out in the car for most of the day because I forgot my stuff outside. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and base this bad boy in ash gray. To anybody new to painting or new to the stream, I generally base in gray as a neutral ground color compared to like a black or a white. Granted, the mini is already pre-based, so you can grab these minis off the wall. I recommend washing them off first, but even just rinsing them off and then painting directly onto them, no issue whatsoever. I, however, prefer at least basing with a gray on the mini. Which this mini, you know, it is washed off like always, and stuff like that. And the reason why I wash them to the new people is most of these minis have mold remover on them. And what will happen if you don't rinse it off and you directly paint onto the mold remover, your paint has a chance to peel and crack and stuff like that. So you definitely don't want that to happen. Jimmy, how are you doing today, man? Did you end up working today? Did you just have a day off? You know, what's new in the life of Jimmy? Also, to anyone in the stream that is normally here on Thursday, sorry I haven't streamed lately. We've been pretty busy up here at the shop. If you haven't been up here lately, you should come check us out soon. 2017 with Bryant. We have always have a lot going on, which is absolutely awesome. Jimmy drove down a while back to come hang out with us, and he drove all the way down from Abilene, which is wonderful. It's crazy that we have customers okay with driving that far. Sadly, we got hit by a pretty bad storm, so Jimmy had to leave a little early, but he eventually made it home and safe, and the wife probably wasn't too happy, but that's okay, because he got to paint with me, and that was the best part. To anyone in the stream, if you're having trouble hearing me, let me know. I just don't want to talk too loud compared to the, how close the microphone is. So definitely don't want to be screaming at you, but at the same time, I don't want to be a soft whisper either. But this is going to be one of my very, very minimal amounts of Druids I've painted. Don't get these too often, just because I don't play Druid. But I have a friend back home that does. So I'm going to paint this Druid and send it back to him as a birthday gift. And, well, that's the plan here. I might end up just keeping it, depending on how well it looks, and I'll paint him something else. He's a fan of dragons, and I really enjoy painting dragons. So that would also be pretty fun. Let's see, Jimmy. You had to work today. It's an easy day, though. You're sitting down for dinner, watching the stream, then going to work on some orcs. Michael Shanks. Hey, Mike. Oh, orcs sound fun. Are they the ones that you previously talked about on the Facebook page that you printed? Because those things looked incredible. What's up, Michael? I am painting a human druid today. So this is what he normally looks like with full stance and everything, where he's got the stuff going on. I don't want that to get painted, so I'm going to set it to the side and only paint the druid, because I want that elemental on the side in front of him to be a specific color. Because normally, when you think of druid, I think the color green, so I definitely want to paint that green to where it looks like it's actually, magic. I hope everybody, let's see, getting a new wet palette paper going so you can paint some stuff. Wow, magic, yeah. Wet palette's definitely something I need to invest in at some point in my life. Especially with how cheap they are. I think it was you, Michael Green, that showed me some of the new ones on Kickstarter I'm really interested in, but we also can carry them here at the shop, so I'm probably just going to get one of those. Because, I like supporting the business as much as I can. Or I'll just order both. One to use on stream and then one to use at home. But, no, yeah, when it comes to the magic of the druid, I definitely want that to be as pretty as possible. So I'm definitely gonna take my time on this guy and see just how good I can get him to look at the end of this the end of this adventure. Let's see, you printed out 13 total orcs. So trying to get them painted up for the Sunday game. You're not going to get them all done, but you have a bunch done and you're loading your printer. Dude, that's so awesome, man. I'll definitely have to get into contact with you over the printer because we have the same one. So, you know, we can always do like a CSV, or not a CSV, you know, a file share or something where we can trade files back and forth and just print out whatever we need. Because I would love to get some orcs printed up and painted, just to have some orcs. I have absolutely no use of them, but I think they'd just be cool to paint. Green's not really a color I ever use, or blue is, you know, partially because I'm partially colorblind to some blue pigment, so it's really hard for me to see some of them, and some other blue pigments are so bright I can't really tell what it is. Green's kind of similar. I have some greens that I just cannot see to, you know, save my life, but that's completely okay. But man, you know, like I'm really excited to see how yours turn out. You've definitely progressed really far as a painter, and that's so awesome. Let's see, we're going to let that guy dry. I'm going to then now come over here and paint the base of this guy. I'm not going to paint the actual arms coming out of this that look like the magic. I'm only painting around them on the actual base in here. Hopefully at the end of this I can get this magic nice and blended together and wet blended to where I have a nice aura going on of greens. Well, still some super glue looks like stuck on that. I broke it earlier, so I had to re-super glue it. And that's, you know, it happens. Minis break. Super glue comes in handy for that exact reason. When it comes to the base, though, I still have to decide on color scheme for what he's going to be standing on and things like that. So I'm just going to prime it in gray right now, and I'll get back to it later. Probably in the next stream. Just because this stream I'm going to be working on the Druid as much as I can. But like I said in the beginning, I'm not going to paint the whole guy today. Definitely want to take my time on him. And just do little bits at a time. And go from there. Let's see. Use green on your goblins and gray for your orcs. You're running dragons of Icespire? I guess is how you say that. So you figured you would do the orcs up for it. You're trying to find a good white dragon file that can be broken up in parts to print on the photon. Yeah, I don't know. Orcs for me, I can't really decide on colors. Just because, like, they can go so many different ways. Also, I'm going to take this leather brown here, and I'm going to start working on the Druid all over the place. That was a terrible shot. I am so sorry. Here we go. Leather brown. I swear, if this camera could just focus one day, we'd be in action, guys. Like, there it is. Leather brown. This is an army painter. 100% color match to the color primer. But, yeah, no, I agree on the finding the right files, you know. Like, that's definitely something we kind of have to do as well over here at Fat Cats. But we do have a photon printer, and we will be opening it up for service soon. So people can come and use it. Oh, it looks like my brown completely split on the plastic. So now I have to fix that. I'll fix it later. I'll probably just super glue it just because I can. Alright, I'm going to be taking a layer brush here. This is a medium layer brush from Citadel. And I'm going to be using the brown today just to go over some areas of the Druid here. I'm mainly going to be focusing on the front leather aspect of his armor. As if I remember the lore correctly, Druids don't use metal. So I'm gonna say 100% this is definitely a leather armor here. So I'm just gonna come here and put on a nice even coating of brown. Just to make sure that this is a nice light layer on here. I don't want it too dark, so I'm using, my super light leather brown. I'll come back and darken it up here in a bit. But for now, I'm just going to paint that nice and brown here. Get that on there, just like that. And I'm going to be going up the body as well. In the positive news, my shake that I've had for forever has slowly been getting better, and I'm not sure what's causing it to do this, but I'm going to take it as a good thing, because my hand has been more steady here lately as I've been painting again. Probably from the no energy drink, benefits that I'm on right now, since I quit drinking them completely, but if that's not it, I'm not sure what else it could be. However, I'm in love with my ability to paint straight lines again. Absolutely, it's awesome. To anybody, yeah, definitely the energy drinks. To anybody else in the stream, what are y'all working on right now? Y'all have any mini action going on, or what's going on? I'm also going to be painting his headdress here. That to me, I can't tell if it's his hair or not, but I'm going to guess that it. Oh no, it is his hair. All right, never mind. I will leave that the way it is. Instead, I will be going to the arms now, and I'll be painting the armor on his arms. See a little bit of water in my brush. And let's paint up these arms. Let's see. So when it comes to this druid, I'm gonna guess druids spend a lot of time outside. So I definitely want to give him a nice tan skin here. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe a Bugman's Glow with like a flesh shade on top. Give him that crisp, I'm outside a lot farmer tan. I'm not sure yet. Let's see, you're working on your Warlock, Blue Dragon, and Dragonborn Paladin. Oh, you've got a lot on your plate today. But, the Blue Dragon I'm excited for, and the Dragonborn Paladin. The Warlock, I don't know if I've seen that one yet. I don't remember, but I do remember the others, and I'm really excited to see how those turn out. You're so scared to paint a dragon, props anyone that can. Well, Jimmy, dragons aren't that hard to paint, I found out. I painted a blue dragon not too long ago. It was definitely worth the time that I put into it. I loved how it turned out. It was my first dragon that I had ever painted, kind of like the Beholder, and it was wonderful. And it was also the first mini that I enjoyed basing. Normally, if I base minis, I kind of don't have many ideas on my own, but the dragon, I definitely had my own idea, which was awesome. Alright, let's see. Yep, I completely agree with Michael there. It's definitely not different than any other mini. If you can paint an orc, you can paint a dragon, Jimmy. Going to go over the leather on his chest one more time. Make sure I'm getting these nice even coatings. To make this look as good as I can. I want this to be one solid color of brown. Now the big thing for me for Druids is I don't really know what color I want to go with for the cape. I've got some options. And in all honesty, which I think I might have left it at Michael Green's house, is my Celian wine. Nope, I know what I did with that. So it looks like the one I want to go with I don't currently have on me. Let me open my other paint case and see what I got here. Let's try this contrast purple out. This is going to be one of the contrasts that we carry. This is called Magus Purple. I'm going to try this on the cape. We'll see how this bad boy looks. With the contrast, I don't really have to do much. Kind of just dip my brush in and put it on immediately. Just got to make sure we definitely have a nice even coating, but it is not dark whatsoever. But I kind of like the look of that, so let's thin out some of those areas there. Grab some of that color with my brush, take it out of that crevice there. Let's see. You want to make your wet brushing technique much better before you attempt it. I want the wings and scales to look amazing. My idea is for it above my skill set at the moment. Well, Jimmy, your best option, which I learned this little trick from Michael Green, is go buy a bunch of cheap minis and just practice on those super cheap minis as much as you can. I'm talking Walmart discount minis for, $2 for 10, stuff like that. Prime them all in one color and then go from there. See how you do. That way you can learn these techniques without, putting them on, a $3 mini. Something I never really thought of, but, Michael Green opened my eyes towards that. And so now I can actually use that ability to up some of my skills that I don't really ever want to try because I don't want to mess up the mini I'm currently painting. Magus Purple isn't terrible. It's more like a brain pink or something, but it's not the worst. Definitely had worse. as a purple. But this is the first layer. I'll most likely end up painting another layer on after. And like I said, this is just a random contrast I wanted to try out, and I figured why not on this mini. After just talking about the Walmart minis where I could learn how these colors look. But, you know, do or do not, there is no try. I'm just doing it. And if I like it, I like it. And if not, I can fix it later with another style of color. No problem. And I'm only painting the cape this color. He's also got this underskirt here that isn't the worst in the world, but isn't the best. The only way to get better is to practice. Every failed print you have had the printer stored away. I'm using those to practice on. Hey, Jimmy, that completely works. Also, to everybody, here is that pink, or that purple. It's not dark enough for me in the slightest. That is not purple. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to another purple that I have here that's a contrast. I'm going to use that instead. This, oh, nope, that's my Lebanon blue. Where is my dark purple? Did I put it in here? I might not have. There it is. This is called Shyish purple, which makes zero sense to me because it's not shy at all. This is super dark. So, Shyish purple. We're going to paint this onto the cape now over the previous purple. And I mean, man, this is a dark, dark purple. But we're definitely going to use this instead. It's almost a black. Which is completely okay with me here. Yeah, that's definitely a color difference. That is a super dark purple. Yeah, this purple is definitely a eye catcher because of how dark it is. But at least with the lighter underneath, I can see the areas I've missed because it's not blacked out with another purple. I just painted purple all the way across his face, and that's like the worst thing I could have done here. Let's try to remove that real quick before it's too late. And I just dipped my brush in purple instead of the water. Man, I'm all over the place right now. Alright. Yeah, the majority of it removed. I can just paint over it in gray, no issue. Let's keep painting this cape. How about is the resin smell that y'all got for your printer? I bought the plant-based low smell one, so it isn't bad at all. But wanted some clear stuff, but I don't have plant-based. Jimmy, I honestly can't tell you. Only because we have a blue resin that we use that's super bright. And yeah, Jose is the printer guy for the minis. So when it comes to anything resin related, I don't know how bad it smells. Now I can tell you I have opened the canister and it didn't smell too bad, but when it comes to printing, I'm not sure. Like I don't know if that's gonna change the smell or not. Jose already has a hard time smelling, so it's kind of up to me to let him know if it's terrible or not. But we also have, a couple fans going. We have the exhaust fan for it, so any smell that tries to leave usually doesn't. Oh man, that purple is so dark. I'm definitely going to have to find some sort of purplish pink to lighten this up heavily. Just so I can see that it's a purple cape. Thought you were already closed in the kitchen. I was like, whoa.
You're just wondering how it's going.
Pretty good. Jimmy's in the stream. Uncle Green's in the stream. I'm not sure whoever else, because they're probably just lurking.
Are you hungry?
I'm starving.
Okay, let me get you something.
What are you getting?
You want some quesadillas?
Sure. Next thing Jose is bringing me quesadillas because it's going to be something new that we're going to have here at the shop before too long on our menu. Alright, I'm going to let that bad boy dry and put this paint up. Now to figure out the rest of the mini, because I have absolutely no idea on color scheme yet, because I'm still trying to figure that out.
I made some for the other employees too.
Oh,
So it says left. If you want more, I can make you another one.
what is he?
So that one that you're picking up is bacon and beef. It's roast beef, bacon, and onion with cheddar and pepper jack.
Okay.
That one is our turkey and bacon quesadilla with
Turkey bacon melt with cheddar.
and a jalapeno.
And jalapeno?
Let me get your ranch. You want ranch?
Ranch sounds great. This looks good. Jose makes good food. Also, just like, who doesn't like quesadillas? Come on. All right. Actually, I kind of just, I don't know. I got that leather brown on the front. I feel like Druids use earthy colors. Black count as an earthy color? I hope so, because that's what I'm going to use.
How's the tortilla?
Good.
I'm kind of picky about it, so I was testing it out.
Same.
See if that one's okay. To put on the menu or whatever.
No, I think it's a good one. It's like proper thickness too, so it's not like too thin.
Mm-hmm.
I think it held up well, is what it looks like on the grill, which is what matters.
Yeah. But there you go. If you want another one, just holler at me.
I might here in a minute, yeah.
Cool.
Well, let's just get a little bit of black here. I don't want a whole lot. Also, Michael Green, if you're still in the stream, can you tell me if I left the lid or the spout to my black at your house? Because I definitely don't have it anymore. And I just realized when I went to pour black that it almost just poured out really quickly. Alright, let's try this quesadilla that Jose made with some ranch. And, you know, some black paint on my hand. See how this works. Oh, yeah. That's wonderful.
No, actually, I'm going to fire on him.
Wait, Caliban green on what, though? Think maybe on the lower cape or on the armor? So I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take this Nurgling green. I'm going to paint this bad boy around behind the armor and on the back of him. And that way, I can kind of darken this up and get the desired green without risking it being too dark or too light to begin with.
Firing my grab gun. Firing my grab gun. And I hit.
You don't see it, the cat probably ran off with it. Awesome. I'm pretty sure I left it in the airbrush booth, but I'm not sure. I got green all over the cape just now. Oh well. I can always come back and retouch that.
No, well, it's just because they fire to the rear, so I can't hit anything. That's what I have access to. Yeah, but oh, I do have one. I have one right now. And I'm gonna fire him at
I actually don't mind that green. Let's see if we can pick that up here. Camera, you guys, a really hard time seeing green. What? Oh, well, I didn't drop the mini. You know what? I'm just going to go with it. Paint it on the under cape as well. Just because I like the green here. It's really smooth.
So 4. You gotta roll 1 4 4. You gotta roll 4 rolls.
See if you can see that green now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of hard to see what kind of green it is. Let's see, you did just find out once the mini is cured, if you miss the support, better just leave it. You just popped the head of an orc. That's funny. But yes, if you somehow miss the support and then you end up curing it to the mini, the best you can do is try to file it down. Like the whole way. Yeah, I'm really digging this green here. Really excited to see how it's going to turn out soon. I would love to find out that Vin Diesel plays a human druid. Because if that's the case, then I would love to send him this druid. Tried using your snips and pop. I have Headless Orc. It looks like a good transport piece now. Oh man, Jimmy, let me tell you about using the heads of minis as great terrain pieces. You can do so many things with the head of a mini in D&D, Warhammer, really any tabletop game. You can use them, and it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, when you have missiles coming in, you really want to, because they're real vulnerable. So, you did keep shooting that lot of stuff. So, how many hits? You get 2 hits? Alright, how much people hit? 4? Yeah. Right, that's 4 points of damage and then another 4. Right, it's not all first. So I got 2 in turn. This is why I have to look at it that way. So on the first hit, 4 points. And then just take them all. Second hit, 4 points. Damage with 8 all at once, 5 points. No, that's how armor works. Basically, you punched a hole in one part of the armor with a shot, and the rest went in. But you didn't have your missile punch a hole, and then the other missile ignores all the other armor. It goes through the same hole. You go back to what you said. A little bit if I got more battery.
Alright, looks like that green is on there, nice and neat. Gonna let that bad boy dry for a minute, and then I'm gonna come back and touch up the purple. I'm gonna keep that out. I'm also gonna finish the other quesadilla. See how this one tastes. Yeah, as they make some great food, so. Definitely not bad. Hey, Stella. Oop. I am painting it purple. It looks black on the camera, but trust me, in person, that's purple. I'm going to paint it one more layer of dark purple, and then I'm going to come in and highlight it with a brighter purple to give it some nice contrast in there. Alright. Let's do one more quick overpass of stylish purple on the cape. And make sure I have it as dark as I want it in the areas I want it. But I definitely want the purple as smooth as possible. Yeah, it's a little busy in the background. We have a lot of people in here today, which is, a good thing. I'm in one of the privacy rooms that we have, which you can still kind of hear stuff, but it's completely fine. It's not too loud in here. The microphone is also just super sensitive and really good at picking up sound. Oh, let's get that purple in there as smooth as I can here. Did it again and got it on the arm. Ah. Thank you for tagging Randy, but I don't know if she's gonna. She did join. Hi, Randy. Let's go back to the green that I was working on. And let's go touch up some areas that I missed green on and stuff like that. Tagging everyone, I appreciate it. Oop. Hey Randy, for anybody in the stream that does not currently live in San Angelo, you can check out our website at fatcatsgaming.com, and you can see what we have in store. We ship all over. We do some good stuff like that, and you can see what me, Jose, and our employees have been working on. We've been really busy getting that website up and running effectively and efficiently, and to give the customer the best experience they can. So fatcatsgaming.com, you can check out what we sell. Yeah, it's just a little busy here at the shop. Just a little. All right. Now that that's dry, I'm going to take some of my leather brown here from earlier and go and just touch up some small areas that just need a little bit more leather brown on them. Some of the arms, the back of the armor that you can see through the leg, stuff like that. I'm just going to paint over some of the green that I accidentally got on it and stuff like that. Now I definitely just want to make sure this has a nice pretty brown color across the board, where it's all the same brown, as best as I can. Yeah, busy is definitely good. I'm glad the shop's staying busy. We're having a wonderful time. We've definitely, tried to keep everything going normal so that way people could still have a place to go and hang out, or at least, have people to hang out with during everything going on, just to make sure people could do that. I'm also going to paint his legs the same leather brown that I painted his front half of armor, just because I feel like he would match his leather pants with the front of everything. There we go. You ready to come over and paint again? Hopefully you can do it again soon. Jimmy, we are ready and waiting, especially since you got to dedicate and make the drive from Abilene. Here before too long, I'll probably do the same thing, drive over there and come hang out with you and paint. Hang out for the day or something on a day off. You probably get a lot done, painting-wise. But yeah, no, we'd be more than happy to have you back. We still appreciate it so much that you even drove here to paint with me. Like, I think that's a first. Someone has drove more than an hour to come hang out with me and paint miniatures, and check out the shop. Like, that's awesome, Jimmy. So we definitely appreciate that over here at Fat Cats. Oh, Jimmy, yeah, same. I had a lot of fun. I'm really glad that we got to hang out and paint. Like I said, I'm really sorry over the wife's vehicle situation. Hopefully the window and everything else made it out okay after their surgery, but I'm sure it looked okay. All right. Let's come back in and touch up some of this green now. Again, another layer of green, guys. Here we go. I just want to make sure that this has the best layers it can have here. So definitely want to show this mini off. I don't have many minis that I get to just, show off to people and stuff, because I normally only do commissions when it comes to painting. I usually don't paint my own items, so, I want to give this to my buddy who plays a Druid, but at the same time, I kind of want to keep it and paint him a different one. But we will see how this one turns out, and if it's not good enough, then I'll give it to him. Or if it's not good enough, I won't give it to him, then I'll keep it. I definitely can't paint that cape anymore today because it's still drying. So just touching up the green right now. Just to see how good I can get this green on there. What do I do with the... Oh, Jimmy, let's see. It's all good. I have to get a few dents out, but all in all, it wasn't anything like some of the pictures saw. Yeah, Jimmy, whenever you left, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, so I'm glad that it, didn't look too bad. When it comes to the minis, I normally paint them on a commission base, so people pay me to paint minis for them, and they use them in their games here at the store. So we have a couple of games like Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer and other things that people use the miniatures for, and they want them to look as pretty as possible or something similar, so they pay me to paint them. When it comes to the stream, most of these minis are my personal minis, and then I just end up giving them away. Like most of the stuff. So we sell the unpainted versions of them, yes. And then once somebody buys the unpainted version, they either paint it themselves, or if they don't want to, they can hire people like me to paint it. But yes, we do sell the unpainted versions of these. And then people pay me pretty well to paint some of these. But it's a really fun hobby. I never thought I'd get into it, like ever. I never was the artistic one in the family, but definitely have a talent here and I enjoy it. So I'm going to keep using it to my best advantage. Squeeze out as much as I can. Yeah, no, it's pretty awesome. I definitely, to anybody that doesn't normally paint minis, I definitely recommend painting minis at some point in your life. It's totally worth it. And I just got green all over the purple that I just fixed. Time to fix the purple again. Like the third time already. Alright, that purple has to dry again. Like the fourth time. Alright, let's see. Let's let him dry up for a minute. I have to figure out what color to do with shoulder pads now, and I'll probably match the boots on the shoulder pads. Alright, I'm going to get a quick drink of my Coke Zero. Alright. I'm going to retouch the brown one more time here before applying a wash to it. So here I'm going to come and touch up the little areas that I've flaked off slowly by handling the mini too much. I'm also going to try and correct my line work, and make sure everything that's supposed to be brown on this is brown and not green or any other color. So here's my touch-up work for the body armor that's on his chest that extends down to his legs. I see some areas that, oh, this is the D&D God selling of the cape should be green. Yeah, Jimmy, you're telling me, and that's the color I wanted to do at first. Okay, bye, Oop, I love you. I'll see you soon. Hello, Jasmine, this is super cool, thank you. Absolutely love painting. It's a great pastime. And I really like, how cool these things are when they are completely painted. Oh man, this is a sketchy way to paint right here. Having a curved paintbrush right now would be wonderful for trying to paint the area I was just trying to paint. Oh man, it's directly behind a sword and I don't want to get green on any of the brown that I just fixed. But I figured it out somehow. Oh, that's all dry already. Put a little bit more green out here. Let's see, let's get some in these nooks and crannies that I missed apparently. If you have any questions or anything in the stream about what I'm painting, how to paint a certain way or whatever, feel free to just let me know and I'll answer it the best I can. And if I can't answer it, I'll Google it and then explain the answer off of Google. At that point, I won't even tell you I'm Googling it. When you got a second, can you see what it looks like up close? Of course, of course. Let me get this last little touch up, actually. That was the next step, believe it or not. So far, I've only painted the purples, the brown, and the green on this guy. And this is, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I plan on giving this to a friend. So I want it to be as good as I can get it. So I'm taking my sweet time. So, this is the mini right now. Oh, this is the mini right now. That cape is purple, not black. I promise you it's purple. Of course, you can see the leather work. That is supposed to be leather. So it is brown. Oh, come on. And then the area right at my thumb is green. And it goes and wraps around underneath. Now, he's supposed to be standing with his elemental piece, which is this. So this is how he's supposed to be, is on this base with these elemental magic pieces coming from his hands. But I don't want to paint those yet, so I detached it. So now I'm just painting this on its own. And then I'll eventually paint this to where hopefully I can shine a light through these and you can still see through it. But it'll be green. It'll be bright green. And if I can't do it to where you can still see it, I will wet blend instead. And when I wet blend, I will be going from a dark green at the base up to the brightest green I have up here. And so we will see how that works out in the long run. But for now, I'm just going to work on the Druid. I just almost drank my paint water. Thank you. I love this green. I'm painting a cute little green frog for a friend of mine. They kind of know it's for them, but they don't know it yet. And this is the green I prefer, but it's way too bright. It's way too bright. And this is like in my view in person, this is a neon green. On camera, it's kind of dark, and I don't know why, but this is a bright neon green. And I don't like how this looks with leather, so I'm using the other green instead. But when I compare them, you can easily see a difference in the greens. So one doesn't go with leather, one goes with leather. So we'll see how this goes. But now that the brown is dry, I'm going to grab my wash here. So I'm going to be using Agrax Earthshade. Jose says Citadel is sweet. Drinking Citadel is really sweet. I will agree with that. But when it comes to the paint brand, they're pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright, so here I'm going to use the Agrax Earthshade on only the leather areas. I just want to get that a little bit darker than what it is. And I really want to contrast out some of the waffle pattern on the leather. I really want that leather to pop. So I'm going to do my due diligence here with some Earthshade and try to get in to those areas of waffling on the leather, so that way we can see it better. And now this is the first step of this. I'm going to use this wash first, and then once the wash is dry, a couple of layers, I'm going to come back and dry brush on top of it to make the bottom layer look as dark as it is, and then the top layer a little bit brighter. Really give it that contrast. You have so much fun painting grungs. I just love it. Dude, grungs are like one of my favorite things to paint so far. On like the aspect of I can paint 20 of them in one day and not have a single complaint. Because they're just like the cutest little frogs, and I absolutely love them. Like, absolutely love them. Alright, so the leather has the Earthshade. Let's move to the pants. And by the time the pants get painted, the top layer on the leather should be completely dry. So I did not do a heavy coating, so it shouldn't take too long. I don't know if maybe I'm tired, or if maybe it's just the song, but I swear I just heard the Office theme song playing on the radio. If that's a thing, I'm going to be so happy. Oh yeah, that waffle pattern definitely got darker where I wanted it to. That's pretty much all I cared about. Was just getting those lines to pop as hard as possible. So once that completely dries, I can, let's see, 5 or 6 guns painted up, just working them between other projects and cities and fun. Yeah, that's exactly my point, Jimmy. I could be painting a commission for somebody, and I could take a break and paint a grung, and not, get annoyed that I'm still painting on my break. And that's like the best part about grungs to me, that I can just do that all day, and it just doesn't get old. It's wonderful. Joey, it is busy. We've been busy pretty much all day. It's wonderful. People, are coming out, hanging out, having fun. And it's generally how it is on Thursday nights. Of course, on the original paint streams, it was quiet because of COVID. But now that that's situated out, people have been hanging out and showing up. So it's been going pretty good. I hope you've been doing well. I haven't seen you here lately. Hopefully the Yu-Gi-Oh grind is still happening for you, and if so, I hope you're doing well with that. I think we're starting speed duels up here soon. I have to double check with Konami to get the proper packs for it, but I do believe that I will have speed duel tournaments up here up and running, so I'll definitely keep you posted on those. Painting the boots black was not a terrible idea, but at the same time, this was the worst idea. That is oh so dark. Definitely did not expect it to be that dark compared to the rest of the mini. So I'm going to paint them completely black, and then I'm going to come back in and dry brush with a nice gray to definitely contrast these out. Because, oh man, that's a little bit too much on that. Let's see. So once that wash dries up enough, thinking I might even just take the same leather brown that I used on it and use that to dry brush. I'm not 100%, but we'll find out. But it's time to dry brush the cape. That is going to be the scary part. And let me find my brand new dry brush so I can use it today. My good buddy Michael Green, if he's still in the stream, got me a new dry brush over the weekend. So I'm definitely going to try that out. Now, I have to find the proper color to use with it. I'm pretty sure I can. Let's see. Dry brush. It should be in my backpack. Yep. So, this is a concealer brush for anybody that, does makeup. I'm using a a rounded concealer here. This is literally it. It's a nice little concealer. It's super tiny. But the bristles are just right for dry brushing, in all honesty. So, I'm going to take, let's see. guess I'm going to take some Gene Stealer purple here. Sure am, those are your fave. Yep. Yeah, I've noticed. So I'm definitely going to just take this Gene Stealer purple here, put it into the brush, and don't want too much. We don't want it to soak into the brush as much as possible. So let's get out some of that. Alright, let's try this out and see how this works. Well, Michael Green, it looks like you are a winner. This works wonderfully. Oh man. The way this catches everything, it's way better than the dry brush I've been using. You have to get a brush like that. I bought an Insane Detail, this allowance, so next allowance will be a dry brush. Oh yeah, Jimmy. This is a $3 brush. You should definitely pick one of these up. Oh man, like these things are insane. I'm loving this dry brush, man. Michael Green, good choice, good call on this. Oh my snaps. And it gets into like the little like nook and crannies that I can't normally get into with a regular dry brush. So I definitely enjoy that aspect of it as well. Like right in the front where there's a lot happening next to the face. I definitely don't want to blend too much there because I don't want to risk getting the purple on anything. But man, oh man, does this cape look great now. Now it's just getting the paint out of the brush is the issue. That's a lot of purple. Joe, you just sent a long message. Give me half a second and I'll totally read it. Let's see. Glad to hear that, bud. Yeah, you're currently been working on a lot of projects and it's been a long process, but hopefully it'll have a good outcome. Speed duels are a lot of fun, and playing for the tournament packs would be great. Glad people are coming back out again, and LGS doesn't feel like the same or right without its gamers. Yeah, man. You know, like, it hurts not seeing my people in the store, but at the same time, I'd rather they be safe about everything and not get harmed or sick or anything compared to, you know, me getting to see them in public. So, people are still a little cautious, and I understand we are as well up here at the shop. You know, we have different things in place for the fact of people wearing masks or trying to be, you know, health cautious as possible. So we do have that requirement at the door at the current moment to where people, you know, have to wear masks and stuff so they can come sit down and hang out and play. Kind of sounds contradicting. I'm currently not wearing one, but I'm also sitting alone in a room. What you hear is because I don't have proper full, you know, to the ceiling walls in the rooms. They only go up about 7 feet, so what you're hearing is people outside, not with me. Plus, it's kind of hard to wear a mask and stream up here, so another reason why I'm definitely not wearing one. But either way, yeah, the LGS just isn't the same without people. But you know, I'm really happy people got to join us back today to come hang out. You know, it's wonderful. Makes me happy, makes them happy, and that's all that matters. You know, as long as y'all are having fun and being happy, I'm good. 100%. So, but when it comes to speed duels, getting the tournament packs, you know, I'm waiting on Konami just to give you an update on it. They are waiting to send out prize support because of everything happening. But we are, you know, one of the people on the list to get the prize support as soon as we can. And as soon as that happens, you know, I'll definitely keep you updated and whatnot. And we'll get people, you know, the prize support that they've been wanting for speed duels. Especially here in town. It'll be awesome to be able to play here in town. You know, save some time. And we'll make sure those tournaments happen. Oh man, that cape. It's really hard to see, but you can see the highlight Oh, that's beautiful. And then I'm probably, if the boots are dry enough, I'm going to try to come in and highlight the boots with some gray here. I'm just going to use my ash gray, nice and simple. Let me get out this purple from my brush as much as I can.
So Delta's firing at your. Oh, those have fires behind it.
Michael Green, I already broke the brush. You have to get me a new one.
This is the heavy one.
Let's see, let's get some ash gray right here.
In my neighborhood, my Christian neighborhood, you don't know how to make it drive, go.
Oh, that was way too much gray. Whoops. Oh well. Guess we'll figure out something to do with it. Let's take just the tiniest little amount of this gray, put it into my brush here, try to soak out some of that purple, because I don't want purple on the boots, just gray. Cool. Let's get this gray dry brush on here without overdoing it. Alright, got the boots painted up. No problem, Jimmy. Nope, I don't know how you break them. I'm kidding, I didn't actually break this one, but I figured you would say that. You know, I really don't know how I break brushes. I'm super easy with them until it comes to dry brushes. And I'm okay with breaking dry brushes, you know. But when it comes to regular brushes, I don't do anything abusive to them. I just dry them off on a napkin like you're supposed to, and that's pretty much it. And just a little bit more dry brush right here on the top of the foot. I'm talking just a tiny amount. Yep, there we go. That's all I needed. This brings me back to when I used to paint my Gundams. You know, Joey, I actually am going to be painting some Gundams soon, and I might paint one on stream just for fun because I've never painted a Gundam on stream or anything, or showed people the Gundams and stuff. So definitely interested in seeing that. I would love to see photos if you happen to have any. Who doesn't like Gundams? Alright, now this green on my cape, I'm going to come in and dry brush Death Guard green on it, on top of it, instead of the vice versa where the lighter color's on top, because I really want to add some weird depth to the green compared to the purple. The purple gets super bright. I want this green to have a darker tint on top than in the grooves, which sounds weird, but it'll be subtle enough that you shouldn't notice it even being a thing. Yeah, definitely like this dark green on top of the light green as a dry brush effect. Definitely weird, but it works. Oh. Okay, that's how I break brushes. I press too hard to try to get paint out of it. Whoops. It's not my fault. Can't blame me. Alright. Time to come in and dry brush some brown on top of everything. Well, on top of the brown. And then we'll be wrapping up the stream after that. That way I can go finish dinner and close up shop. So I get some of this dry brushing going on the leather here. Woo! Looks super nice. Across everything. For the leather armor waffle pattern. Definitely noticeable. Woo! Alright. Well, if anyone's still watching, I appreciate everybody joining in today. Good old hour-and-a-half stream. There will be more next Thursday, and I will continue the Druid then. Let me finish cleaning my dry brush real quick, and I'll give you an update on the mini. Alright, well, here is the mini right now. So I've got the leather done. You can see that waffle pattern nice and pretty. I've got the dark green on top of the light green, so you can definitely see that. And then I've got that purple dry brushed on top as well. And oh, that purple looks great. In person, it's a lot better. Definitely a lot better. So that's going to call it for now. The Druid and I will see you guys next week. Look forward to having you all back in the stream then. Thank you so much, and have a good night, guys. Oh, just kidding, Joey. It's been many years. Most of them have assembled and painted weren't mine. The three I had were somewhere at my grandparents. I have a kit a friend gave me for my birthday that I may get to someday. Well, Joey, if you ever get around to painting them, we do paint nights up here at 6:30. We'd love to have you if you want to come up and build Gundams. It's something I'll be doing here before too long for a friend as well. Yeah, sorry. Like I said, the end of the stream. Thank you. I will post photos to the Fat Cats page later tonight, so keep an eye out for that. But thanks, guys. I will see y'all next time.